Good morning. Good morning, good morning. It's Penny here with Thursday Wellbeing Thoughts. So as you're popping on, say hello, and if not, and you're catching the replay, hello then as well. So last week I talked a little bit about limiting the amount of news, the negative news that you were letting in, and we talked about developing a positive and relaxing morning practice, and also I spoke a little bit about mindfulness, and I know there's been another lovely video on mindfulness on here, and so I'm sure that many of you have been practicing that. So, and really that about being present, which is really important right now, of really staying in the moment, being present and noticing the thoughts without judging them, but just really noticing what's there for you in the moment. So let me know in the comments if how you've got on with any of that. Have you limited the amount of news you watch? Did it help? Was it helpful? Maybe you've started a morning routine. Maybe some of you have started journaling or started a mindfulness practice. Great if you have. Write in the comments and let us know what's helped, what's been helpful. And if for those of you that have never done mindfulness before and have begun to, how is that for you? Have you noticed? Have you felt more relaxed? Please do let us know in the comments how that's going, because this really is all building resilience in all of us in these very strange times that we find ourselves in. So we're all learning new ways to cope. And that absolutely builds resilience. So another day that you've done that is another day in your toolkit for resilience. So today I'm going to be sharing some more wellbeing tips. We're going to talk a little bit about self-care, which is so important. It's important anyway, like with all these things that we're all sharing. It's all important all the time. They're practices that we will hopefully take with us, but now in these times some of these things are especially important. So self-care is one of them. Self-compassion, self-care, really important. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and then we're going to do another breathing technique, and we can do that together. Basically coping skills. So for those that are especially suffering with anxiety, and again, so I know some of us struggle with that more than others, and this is what these coping skills are for. But we are all really in this together now, where we are all experiencing some levels of anxiety right now, because there is so much uncertainty. And fantastic. Hi, Georgina. I've been having trouble with Facebook, and it's booted me off again. So hence why I keep coming on and then disappearing. But we'll get there with all these technical difficulties that we're learning. So so we're going to breathe in, and then at the end we're going to do a little sort of muscle relaxation technique that may help in the mornings before you wake up, or even just before going to bed. So again, I look at them like these are little tools in your toolkit that are things to help you cope and ways to help you manage. So thank you, Jackie. Brilliant tips. Yes. We've got brilliant tips right now. So firstly, self-care. Now, this isn't all about bubble baths and manicures. This is really about, it is that as well, and doing those things that we love, but it is also about nurturing ourselves from the inside out. Okay, that is what self-care is. And I think a lot of us have been or can be very good at beating ourselves up and shoulding on ourselves, you know, like we should be doing this and we should be doing that. So what I'll do is, thanks Georgina for sharing that. What I'll do is I'm going to talk for a little bit, and then we'll check in with the comments before we do some of the relaxation stuff, and or if you have any questions or anything like that, then please do. Hopefully, if I don't waffle on too much, then we'll have some time to chat a little bit at the end. So I'm going to waffle on for a bit now, because hopefully this will be really helpful for some of you guys out there. So see, I've completely lost my train of thought now, what I was talking about, because I'm looking at comments. But all of us are going to be feeling a whole range of emotions right now. We all are. None of which are bad or wrong. It's really important to know that. And we're all learning this new way to be. We literally are all learning a new way to be right now. And it is absolutely uncertain times. And for some of us, that taps into deeper stuff. That sort of where it can feel quite unsafe. So just to acknowledge that. And things are pretty surreal. I kind of feel I have moments of feeling like I'm in some kind of strange futuristic film, where it all sort of feels a bit surreal. But now really is a time to where the world everything seems to have slowed down and got so quiet. I live on quite a busy road, and it's eerily quiet at the moment. And so now is really a time to give yourself a break, to be kind to yourself. So that's what I was talking about, all them shoulds that we can kind of start putting on ourselves, just to really be aware of those. And know that it's okay to not be okay. And you know, a lot of us have heard that before, and this is really one of those times. Like, it's okay to not feel okay at the moment, which is why last week I talked about not watching the news 24/7, which we can do now on the internet and on the TV and all kinds of crazy strange posts that are being flashed up before our eyes. So being aware of that kind of stuff, and so it's okay to not be okay. One of the ways we can practice self-care is by setting boundaries for ourselves and manageable goals. So what I mean by that is, if you're working at home, it can be easy to sort of start, I don't know, stay in your pyjamas all day. You sit in front of a laptop. It kind of all the kind of the routines are blurred, and you know, I think what's helpful for me, and that's all I can share here, is still getting up as if you're going to work, even if you are just going into the lounge, and getting yourself ready as if you're going to work. You know, still, you know, having your shower. I still put on my makeup because then I feel like I'm ready for the day. So little things like that, I think it's really important to set yourself, and And manageable goals, like, you know, if you start your morning, and maybe this could almost be part of your morning routine of starting your morning, saying, right, by the end of today, if I've done these 3 things, then it's going to be a good day. I mean, that's a great way to set intention, like to set intention for the day, when it just can all feel a bit like a blur when we're just in our homes. So if you think, right, these 3 things I'm going to do today, and then knowing that at the end of the day when you've done them, it feels good. That you feel good about yourself. Good little tip there. So routines, absolutely, and setting yourself manageable goals, and not beating yourself up. I should have done this, I should have done that, and knowing that some days is going to be pyjamas and Netflix, and you know what? It's okay. We have time. Some days are going to be like that. Some days you're going to feel more anxious, and then the next day you might have moments of calm. So it's all okay. Okay, but you know, a huge part of this and a lot of our well-being journeys is really about coming to that place of really accepting ourselves. That self-acceptance is part of that self-care practice. Okay. So yeah, have a pyjamas and Netflix day. I'm giving you permission to do that. It's okay. Give yourself permission to do that. So and you know, and this is an opportunity to really get to know yourself more as well. So you know what your capabilities are, and there's a lot of expectation, and just really to be aware of that. There's a lot of expectation on us at the moment, where all of a sudden those of us that have got kids are now having to homeschool. You know, last night I have 3 sons who spend a lot of time at the barbers, so last night I became a barber. We have clippers, we have YouTube, and I successfully cut their hair. Well, one of them didn't let me, but 2 of them did. And so I thought, wow, yeah, I've now become a barber. Not only am I homeschooling, but now I'm a barber. So, you know, we're all learning these new things. So it's we got to have fun along the way and go easy on ourselves. So hopefully there's some things in there, some little nuggets for you that you can maybe pull out from that's going to be helpful. Okay, now I have this written on a sheet, so what I'm going to see if I can do is put this on the page as a PDF, so that you can open it, or if you've got a printer you can print it out. And these are basically anxiety coping skills, and I did talk a little bit about breathing last time, and so this is another breathing technique, and deep breathing. It's a simple technique, but it is excellent for managing your emotions. So it's easy to do, and you can do it any time. So when you do, or if you are, you know, having to go out shopping, then, you know, it's something you can do in the supermarket if you kind of find yourself feeling a bit panicky or overwhelmed. You know, you can do these breathing techniques without it even being too obvious that you're doing that. So we're going to do this together like we did before, and now this is if you sit comfortably, let's try and sit comfortably now, and place one hand onto your abdomen, and then we're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And this is a 4-4-6. Okay, and all that means is that we breathe in for a slow 4, you hold it for a slow 4, and then you breathe out through your mouth for a slow 6. Okay, and what this does, it actually regulates your nervous system. So where, if you suffer from anxiety and your body is in that hyper arousal, this kind of brings you back into that state of homeostasis. I think that's how you say it. Where that kind of where it will just regulate your nervous system and bring you, calm your amygdala and bring you back into that calm state. And we can do that through breathing. We all have that available to us. So we're going to do, and it says here on the sheet, you practice this for 3 to 5 minutes. We're not going to do that for so long here, but please do, try this for 5 minutes afterwards, because I'm sure that 5 minutes of doing this, you would definitely feel calmer afterwards. So let's just do a few rounds of it together. So when you're ready, if you feel comfortable to close your eyes, do close your eyes. If not, maybe just lower your gaze. And we're going to inhale through the nose for a slow 4. We're going to hold for 4, 3, and then out for an exhale of 6 through the mouth. So if you want, I can count. It's difficult to do it and count. Count in your mind, but I'll count for you if you just want to close your eyes and just practice the breathing. So we're going to inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4, hold for 4, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 6, and inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4, hold for 4, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, how's that feeling? Hopefully you can feel that calming. I saw something yesterday. It was apparently some Japanese technique where you can put your one hand on your forehead and one hand on your abdomen, and it's called like a holding technique. And I did it yesterday, and it felt really good. Actually, something about just holding your head and holding your stomach and doing the breathing just felt really nice. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll put this, because I'm sure on Facebook you can actually download or upload PDFs. So Georgina, I'll see if I can do that, and we'll get that on here so you can open it and then look at it. How long are we going? We're 10:18. The other one on here, I won't go through it. It all takes a lot of time. I'll be on here till 11 o'clock when the next person will be waiting to do their live. But a muscle relaxation technique. And this is one by like tensing and relaxing the muscles throughout your body. So this can achieve a really powerful feeling of relaxation. It says here, additionally, progressive muscle relaxation will help you spot anxiety by teaching you to recognise feelings of muscle tension. So when we're anxious, we can hold ourselves tense in our body. So, we can hold our shoulders up. There's a certain way that we hold ourselves when we're tense. And when we practice these muscle relaxation techniques, we're noticing. It's that mindful noticing of like, oh, my shoulders. Like I do that sometimes. Then I go, oh, my shoulders. And just remind myself to my shoulders. Or just, if I can often be like that, frowning. I'm doing stuff, and then I'm like, oh, just relax my face. Again, it's that mindfulness of just being aware of how we're holding ourselves and what we're doing. And this one, it goes through, it's about holding for 10 seconds and then releasing. And it goes through feet, calves, thighs, torso. So it goes through your whole body. So this might be a really good one to do while you're laying down in bed, like maybe before you go to sleep, even in the morning. So so I'll absolutely get that on here. It shouldn't be a problem. If it is, we will find a way. We have ways of figuring all this stuff out now for all of us. So thank you. I'm very calming. That's good. That's good to know, Jeanette. Thank you. So has anyone got any questions? Are you finding any of these techniques or new things that any of you have been doing? Are you finding it helpful? What is helping you right now? Are any of you practicing the breathing, practicing mindfulness, even journaling, writing? Let us know in the comments what's helping you right now. What are you finding helpful? Because do you know what? When we share these things, we can help others as well. So great. I'm glad that it's helpful for Jeanette. Jeanette, that's really good. Looking for simple yoga ideas. Yeah, I'm definitely not a yoga teacher. I know somebody's been doing some yoga things on here. I do some little yoga things because I've suffered with my back in the past, and that's definitely helped, just the stretches, but I ain't doing it. Someone else can help with the yoga ideas. But maybe you're saying, maybe you're saying also look for simple yoga ideas. Yes, looking for simple yoga ideas. And there are so many people doing that, and free classes as well online. And that's I think with yoga, it's one of those where you're using your breathing, and it's incredibly relaxing. I know if I've done a sort of a gentle routine with that, there's that real sense of connection to your body. I think anything like that you're doing where you're moving and you're breathing is when you really connect to yourself, which is calming. Yes, yoga, mindfulness and gardening, wonderful. That's wonderful. And there's a lot of people with green fingers at Trust Links. So that is really, and grounding as well. You know, I think it's really important at this time where we can be like quite up in our head, and that's the place where anxiety and fear live, isn't it? You know, if anxiety had a voice, it would say, "What's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to me?" And we can go off, can't we? And you know, fear is always about the future. It's always what's going to happen. And like we said, 9 times out of 10, it doesn't happen, and we spend all that energy in the what ifs. So actually something like gardening is really good, like getting your hands mucky and getting into that earth and digging that earth is very grounding. So we need to really stay grounded at this time, when we become aware that we've got up in our heads again. So so let's have a little look here. On YouTube, yes, free class on YouTube, absolutely. There's some really good stuff actually on YouTube. I've learnt so much from YouTube. It's a wonderful resource when used wisely. Print off fantastic, so he could print off the PDF, brilliant. So when this is done, we'll see about getting that on there for you, Georgina. That's wonderful. Calming music on YouTube, absolutely. yeah, so Jeanette says just search either for healing, zen, relaxing or calming music. Let's press that so we can see. I can't see the whole of your message there for some reason, but I do get the gist of it. It says lay down, and I can't see anymore. But yes, but lay down, listen to that calming music. Absolutely, Jeanette. I think I typed in yesterday healing music, and again, there's some videos on YouTube that last for like 6 hours. I mean, you could literally have it on and fall asleep and wake up and it still be on. So yes, it's a wonderful resource. So does anyone want to share anything else while we're here? And in a moment I'll sign off as we're coming up to 10:30. Open the windows and let fresh air in. Absolutely, Roz. Yes, absolutely. And do you know, not all of us, me included, haven't all got gardens. So actually, really important to let that fresh air in. And if you can go out for a sensible social distancing walk, that's really important too. But yeah, let that fresh air in and breathe that in. You know, it's really good actually if you are indoors and doing some of them breathing exercises with the windows open. So you're really getting that fresh air into your lungs. Excellent. Yes. Well, if that is all for now, it's been lovely connecting with you as always, and I'm always so grateful that we can do this on here. I hope there's been some helpful and useful tips. Keep it up. Keep doing it, keep adding to your resilience toolkit, and stay safe, everyone. Stay well. Lots of love to you, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.